Whether or not to put mascara on. I tell you what, it's been touch and go lately. Put mascara on, you have a cry. Don't put mascara on, it's a day you don't have a cry. It's been really up and down. That's part of the reason why I haven't been in touch. And you know what? I decided to heck with that. Let's get real. I'm thinking about getting some of my friends together and doing a Google Hangout and titling it Menopause, It's Not for Wussies. So here's what's been going on. I've been super busy with my business. I've got a lot of things happening that I'm really excited about. And then it really kind of coinciding with some big personal growth that started about 8 or so months ago, I stopped cycling. Well, I tell you what, I started cycling in a whole bunch of different ways, mostly up and down and up and down. Does this resonate with anybody? I'm guessing it does, but that's probably why that one book was called The Silent Passage. That's Gail Sheehy, I think. And I'll be honest, I never read that book, but sometimes we feel like we're in it alone. Oh my gosh. And it doesn't have to be menopause. Maybe I'm scrambled. It doesn't have to be menopause. It can be anything we're going through that it feels like we're going through it alone. So this morning, I had a thought about my grandma in the middle of my meditation, and I just started crying. And then I thought about my grandpa, and then I started crying again. And they were such wonderful people, and there was just part of me that missed them. And what I realized was here I go. I didn't bring Kleenexes. That the first time that I stayed with my grandparents by myself for, I don't know how many days it was. I know I used to do it for like a week. But I turned around to my mom and she said, "Now you're not going to get homesick, are you?" And I said, "Well, if I do, I'll just sniffle it out." And I thought, wow, how long has some of this stuff been getting shoved in there and not coming out in, I don't know, good time? Like at the time or within a few days or later that day. You know, maybe we should all just have a good cry every morning and clear out from whatever might have happened in the last 24 hours. Because that's kind of how I've been feeling lately. The good news is, a friend told me about primrose oil. I've heard about that stuff through the years, but didn't know how good it would be for me. So that's helped some. I'm going to take mine now. It's a big one. So anyway, I just wanted to take a minute and connect with you and just share some of the stuff that's been going on, because there's a lot of reasons for it. You know, when you decide to step your life up to a new level and take yourself seriously in a whole different way, the crap can start coming up against where you are. It can hit the fan, it can come against the door, it can get in your way, you can have to climb over it, you can just hopefully magically obliterate it, which works some days for me. So I think there's a whole combination of stuff going on, but isn't that the way it is with most of us, is that we never quite know exactly what the thing is. So about a week ago, I sat down with Donna Eden's book, Energy Medicine for Women, and realized that there were a lot of parts of that book that I haven't read yet. And I didn't intend to do the, sort of point and shoot looking for truth thing that you do with the Bible, where you're like, okay, whatever I hit is going to be the thing I need to hear today, which actually really works. Well, I didn't intend to, but I did. And actually, what I opened it up to was the section on PMS, not menopause. And talk about being vulnerable. Donna that's why we love Donna Eden. Those of you who are seeing this that are on the same path as I am with Eden Energy Medicine, is that she's so powerful and so together and so successful in having healed herself and all that she's done with teaching and organizing this wonderful work. And yet she is so vulnerable and really lets you know how life has hit her and what she's done about it and how it's worked. And so there's this amazing section in the book about PMS, about how Her husband actually built her a moon hut, which had a great bed and a great sound system in it, but so that she could really withdraw from the stress of life at that time of the month. Now, what I'm reminded of is that Christiane Northrup, who a lot of people who I know are going to know who that is just because we're into the same stuff, but she's a very famous gynecologist. And one of the things that Christiane says is that if you haven't used your monthly time to process through the crap of your life at every monthly opportunity that you've had every month since you started cycling, then when you hit menopause, you're going to have to go through some of that stuff. So isn't that interesting that I'm noticing that I've been, as I said when I was a little kid, I'll just sniffle it out, bucking up, being courageous, being a tough girl. If you haven't cried and you've just sucked it up for years and years and years, there might come a time when some of that stuff has to come out. Now, another thing I'm into is called access consciousness, and what they would say about that is, well, that's just an interesting point of view, because that might not be everybody's reality. Everybody might not have to go through it. There might be tools we can use. In energy medicine, we hold neurovasculars and do all kinds of different things. In access consciousness, they hold points called the bars, or maybe use a clearing statement to clear out even the thought form that you're going to have to go through all of that. Or that menopause is a rough time. There's something in one of Gary Douglas's books that says that there are cultures where women don't experience the same menopausal symptoms we do in our culture. They don't know that they're supposed to. So that would make a case for what I'm experiencing being an interesting point of view that my body and my being and myself has taken on, or maybe our culture has taken on and decided that it's real. So I like to stay fluffy with these things and look at them in a lot of different ways. But anyway, I'm kind of starting to ramble on. This is getting a little bit long, but I just wanted to say, hey, if anybody wants to do a Google Hangout with me called Menopause, It's Not for Wussies, so we can just sit down and rap about some of these things and what's worked for you. Maybe there's energy medicine techniques that have worked for you. Maybe there's access consciousness techniques. Maybe there's dietary techniques. That would be fun. I'd be really interested in that. I'm making this video on the 21st of August, 2013, so if it's much later than that, it might have already happened already, and you can find a video of it that we've done. And if you just like this video, if it gave you something, like it, give it a thumbs up below. I'm learning some things about connecting with people through YouTube, and getting those thumbs up is helpful, so ask your friends to do it on your videos. And just to end and show you one of the things that I do to keep things light. Are you ready? It is a dancing monkey wearing a chicken suit to the chicken dance. Have a super day.